Contrary to what many believe, chilies did not originate from India. Yes, I was surprised to read about it too. I always thought chilies came from India. Well, chilies first were domesticated in Mexico about 7000 BC. And in India, the honor of getting chilies to India goes to the Portuguese, and that was just about 400 years ago. Well, before that, all that India used for the spiciness was black pepper. So the weather and the climate in India was so suitable for growing chilies that a wide variety of chilies have been grown ever since. And at present, India is the largest producer and the largest consumer of green chilies in the world. So today, right now, we're going to start off with another recipe, which is a very simple yogurt rice, which is had in the southern part of the country. Nearly every day after a spicy meal, you soothe out with yogurt rice. Now for this yogurt rice, you add just one seasoning, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Basically, the yogurt rice is as simple as it sounds. It's rice and plain yogurt. Mix it together. And add some little milk to it so that it has little softer consistency. Or if you have buttermilk in your house, you can add buttermilk. Okay. And for a variation, I like to add pomegranate seeds to it. Yes, a pomegranate seeds gives a nice crunch and of course gives a nice color contrast too. So after we are set with this, and of course the most important thing in any recipe, salt. And let me show you the seasoning that goes with this. Heat up a small pan or a big pan and add some oil to it. And take dried red chilies. Dried red chilies, you just break it open and you let the seeds fall in if you want it a little spicy. If you don't like it spicy, just dust off the seeds and then add that skin to it. But let me add the spices for this recipe. So you go ahead and have these red chilies. And what you do is you just let it cook. It sort of sizzles and changes into a darker shade. Now these dried red chilies are from a certain place in southern India, and it is known as Badgi mirchi. And the speciality of these dried red chilies is it just has the color, but it doesn't have the pungency. So it's more for the color effect. And of course there are some which are very plain colored and very fiery, but I like to give a more color effect than the taste. So this is the dried red chilies which have been infused in oil. And very often what I do is I store this oil in a big jar. I saute a lot of red chilies in oil and store that oil, so whenever I need a little pep to all my cooking, I just add a spoonful of this spice infused oil. So as you see, now this has blackened, and finally just go ahead and add it to this. And when you're eating, you don't have to bite on this red chili. You can just keep it at the side. And this is the red chili. And go ahead and put some pomegranate seeds on it just for color effect. So here you have a very simple yogurt rice which has been seasoned with red chilies. Try it. it's going to be a different experience.